Facebook was recently accused of censoring conservative news from its list of trending topics. An investigation by Facebook found no systematic bias. Geez, go figure. But they could not fully exclude the idea, though, that maybe some of the curators were exhibiting some form of unintentional bias, which, you know, they probably weren't even thinking of. You're going too much. I can't read it. Facebook was recently accused of censoring conservative news from its list of trending topics. An investigation by Facebook found no systematic bias whatsoever, go figure, but they could not fully exclude the idea that maybe some of the curators were exhibiting some form of unintentional bias. For that reason, Facebook has just announced that they are changing the way that they present us with what's trending on the website. But is this change for the better? That's the question, Margaret. They've announced the changes that they're making, and you know, some of them are pretty obvious, don't seem to really make a big difference. For example, they're refreshing the training for all the reviewers, additional oversight around the review team. Sure, whatever, big deal. But here's the big one. This is what's going to really change things. They will no longer rely on a list of external websites to decide how important a topic surfaced by its algorithm is, which means they're not looking at other websites that are telling us what's trending around the web. They're only going to tell us what's already being talked about on Facebook. Now, at first thought, you know, the first time I looked at this, I thought, well, great. Now what are we going to see? Every topic being discussed on Facebook is going to be just the same crap recycled again and again and again by the same people who are these social media activists who are just yelling about crap that they copy and pasted from somewhere else. We're not going to get any other information from outside of Facebook. And at first I'm like, great, we're just talking about amplification of these people who, you know, live and do everything on Facebook. And I'm like, crap, that sucks. But then I kind of realized, well, there's much more to it than this. What Facebook is doing through this is basically making sure that you never have a reason ever to leave Facebook whatsoever. They want to bring everything to Facebook the same way they're doing it with videos and stuff, right?
That's such a shocker. Facebook is caring about its own itself.
But under the guise of you know, making sure that we don't censor things, just so you know, that's bullshit.
What kind of impact this is going to have, if any, on their bottom line if they start censoring people's political speech? I mean, are we talking about individuals and their political speech, or other? I mean, understand, you would think that this would be regular people what they're talking about, right, have conservative bias.
This all stemmed from like a few people who were like, hey, I'm not seeing enough conservative stuff on the trending thing. And then through that, you know, he met with some conservatives, he sat down, and there was this whole investigation that they carried out, and they found, well, no, we're not doing anything wrong. It's just maybe our curators are a little bit biased more on the liberal side. It's Silicon Valley, you know, we're talking about tech people. Yeah. It's not very surprising that they might, you know, not knowingly, or knowingly, who knows, post stuff that's more to the left, and maybe post less, you know, Breitbart stories, for example.
I keep telling myself I'm going to get off Facebook. I think it could cause a personality disorder, frankly. I really do. Like, there's something really unhealthy. Leaving that on the shelf for a second, if they start censoring people and what they say, people are going to move to different
Well, it's about
forums.
Censoring their own employees, really. It's not really censoring other people.
Those are people, too.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's not like, you know, the everyday Facebook user.
Right.
They want to make sure that everybody's voice is heard in America.
They're doing this so that it's more democratic and less biased and all of those great things.
And we can just recycle the same bullshit.
Awesome.
Again and
Can't
again
wait
and
to
again
read that.
and again and again and again. But look, that's what they're saying. We have to understand that at the end of the day, this is just so that they can become this, you know, one-stop shop for everything, right? They want to take over YouTube. And it's already happening. People are watching a lot of their videos on Facebook, although they don't have a really good way to search certain videos yet.
I find that they come out a couple of days after, like they're not immediate, so I wouldn't.
Right, but there are certain accounts, you know, that will post strictly to Facebook. You know, that they'll make videos just for social media websites like Snapchat and Facebook, and forget about the YouTube. We see more and more of that, and I think Facebook's trying to take over, and this is another way for them to do that. And of course, under the guise of censorship, they are looking out for their own interests.